You there, Chad?
Yeah, I'm here.
You there also, Madison? Can you hear us, Madison?
Oh, yeah, now I can.
Okay, cool. We'll wait for Kaylee and then we'll get started.
Sounds good.
So Matt's gone and Brett said he'd be late. So.
Has anyone looked at the case that we have for our project?
I just opened it. Luckily, it's very short. It's a total of 4 pages. It says 5, but the 5th page is like nothing on it. So it should be pretty easy to do.
She absorbs it. She absorbs everything that it's
It's kind of really full of eggs.
It's just
How'd you guys do on the test?
Not as good on this one. Yeah. I thought I did okay on it, but yeah, I got maybe like a B- on it. So we'll see if I get it up after my appeal, but yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty hard.
How'd you guys do? Better than that or about the same?
About the same.
Yeah.
About the same.
I do like the fact that we do get those 4 points automatic. It's a bit of a relief, right? So basically whatever you get, if you got a C-, you at least get a C+ or something like that. Makes you feel a little better.
Yeah.
Wish I could do that with all my other.
Yeah. Be nice. All right, so let's go ahead and get started then. Okay. Again, our question was, give an example of legal price discrimination under the Robinson-Pateman Act. And I can kind of give you what my example was. I said, an example of this would be if Home Depot in Idaho Falls sold a lawnmower to a hardware store in St. Anthony for $1,500 and then sold the same lawnmower to a different hardware store in Archer for $1,200. Okay. It just kind of talks about how same lawnmower, but for different areas, they sold it at different prices.
Okay. Here's mine. Mine basically says, Mr. Harris imports fine mirrors to Polynesia. Mr. Lingo purchases 100 mirrors per month and uses them to trade for cows. Loki comes to Mr. Harris and offers to buy 100 mirrors per month. He wants to sell them to fund his new motivational self-improvement business. If Loki is given a higher price for the mirrors, is this a violation of the Robinson-Pateman Act?
I love that. That's with Johnny Lingo, right? The mirrors and the cows and everything. Yeah, definitely like that. Cool. Madison, do you want to go next?
Sure. So for mine, I said Sue and George each own a bike manufacturing company in the same area. Both companies buy their raw materials from Rusty's Steel Incorporated. And Jim, the owner of Rusty Steel Incorporated, is best friends with Sue and would like to eliminate some competition for her. Sells her the medallion at the regular price. Then the next day, charges George double the price for the same materials. And this act has been a line injury because a buyer has suffered injury because the seller sold the same commodity for a lower price to their competitor.
Awesome. But you guys always blow mine out of the water. It's like number one. That's always why I get mine out of the way first, so that way I don't sound compared to you guys.
I'm always like trying to make sure that I get the principle like down, like because
Yeah,
sometimes I feel like, well, if I leave details out, will it be wrong or like will I be fine? So I just put as much detail in as I possibly can, so I can't be wrong.
yeah. Sounds really good. So yeah, you guys are doing a good job. All right, Kaylee, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I can. Okay, mine is really crappy this week, so sorry.
I'm
But
with you.
mine says Bozen Land and Livestock sells cattle on a weekly basis. One day he sells a pair to a buyer from California for only 85 cents a pound. Another buyer comes from Montana to buy a pair that weighs the same, but Bozen sells this pair for $1.25 a pound. This is an example of illegal price discrimination because Bozen is selling cattle that weigh the same to two different buyers for different prices.
There you go. Perfect. All right. So, whose example did we use last week? Was it yours, Chad?
Yes, I believe it was.
I don't know. Madison, did you want to use yours this week?
Sure.
Is everyone else all right with that?
Yeah, sure.
So, what do we want to base the question off of?
Guys, read over it one more time. And I'll think about it. So I think we should base it around, I think, George. You two, let's see. I know, it either has to be around Jim or George, right? Because Sue just is the beneficiary of this, right? She's a friend of Jim, and she just receives a discount.
Yeah.
So we either, right? So we could either decide, like, what can George do in this situation, or what can be the penalty for Jim? Something along those lines.
Which chapter was our part from again? Does anyone remember?
Which chapter is this from? 22, antitrust laws. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
I think it's on page 419. I have it on the ebook. I think that's what it's.
It's on 541 in my book, at least.
Okay, it's good to know that my ebook doesn't work then. So I don't know. It works great for looking things up, but it's pages. Like it says, this page is 419. So I don't know. Strange. Is that Robinson Patman Act or Pateman? Do you guys know? I don't know if that makes a difference, but
I have no idea.
all right. So in the second paragraph, it says price discrimination is not illegal without providing some form of injury to the seller's competitors. Right. So maybe we could say, in order for what's his name, George, what does George need to do in order to prove that he had an injury or that this affected him negatively in some way?
Mhm. We could also do something based off of, because it's the primary line injury, there's secondary line injury, and then there's tertiary line injury.
Okay.
And then we could just make up a third one. And we could, so like we'd give the example and then take off the part that explained that it was a secondary line injury. And
Yeah.
like ask like what type of injury was this an example of?
This example. Yeah, perfect. I always like that when we have the three options because it makes it very easy to come up with the
Yeah.
correct answer.
For the third wrong one, we could just do something like third line injury. Because it goes right along with, you know?
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go with that.
All right.
So if you want to type up that question, and we said it was a secondary line injury is the correct answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll just like put the example in there and then take off that part that explains that.
All right, cool. I'll come up with the false one, whatever the fourth one will be. Right, if one of you guys want to claim, Chad or Kaylee, if you guys want to claim the primary or the tertiary.
I can do primary.
Okay. It's a quaternary. I looked it up on Google. I was wondering what comes next in that order. I didn't know that's
Did you say you wanted me to do the?
the primary line injury.
Okay.
I don't know who was doing which one. If you were doing,
I'm doing primary.
okay, so if you want to do tertiary, then. Chad. All right, so I finished up with mine. So does everyone remember, for the most part, what they did last time on our last one? Our last group presentation that we had?
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Do we all just want to do like the same part that we did last time? Because I feel like that would make it pretty simple.
Yeah. That's what I was wanting to do. I feel like, I don't know, for me, it wasn't too stressful to do that, right? It took maybe a total of an hour.
Yeah, and we could ask Brett and just make sure that he's cool with putting it together just like he did last time.
Yeah, he said that in the messages that he would be willing to for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really don't remember at all what I did last time.
So I'm looking at the presentation right now. There's a slide that introduces the defendant. There's a slide that introduces the plaintiff.
I did those two.
And then someone did a case summary. And then it says plaintiff's position, and then defendant's position, and then the law, and then conclusion. I know I did the conclusion. And then there was gospel application.
Right. I think Brett's job was just compiling, and then he did the gospel application.
Okay.
Which part you did, Chad?
Yeah, that's fine. Then don't worry about it. Okay. Alrighty. Bye, dude. All right. Yeah, I'm okay. Last time.
You remember which part you did last time?
Let me go pull.
I did the plaintiff. I just pulled it up.
Okay.
I did background.
Background.
Yep, I did 2 slides on background.
That was for our last presentation, Chad. So how did we start off? What was it called that I did? Because I did something, I thought it was the background on them, but did you do the background on the case, was it? I'm trying to remember what I did.
Yeah, it seemed. I got it pulled up right here. I just did the background of the case.
Okay.
Just
And then I did like a description of the plaintiff and the defendant, just kind of like who they were.
yeah. So I think because mine just talked about how they did a contract with her to star in that movie, and then how that was rescinded and. Information for the second case presentation.
Mm-hmm. So we want to have Matt do Lawton. I don't know if that's what he did last time, but
So is this the peer-to-peer infringement thing?
I think this one is called, if you go under the like case assignments, it says week 11 is case MGM versus Grokster.
Okay, I got the wrong thing pulled up then.
okay. So the way I was able to get the actual case pulled up, I don't know if you guys were having tough time with that, but it took me a while. You have to click on the table of contents tab in iLearn. There's this is called group assignments. That's how I was able to get it. Sorry, not group assignments. That wasn't the right one.
Because I can see where I can see where I'm supposed to submit it under the assignments tab, but I don't.
The way I got to it was, you know how you just go to your content page, and then on the left
Right.
side, there's a spot that says welcome right before week 1. And then underneath welcome, you go down to group case presentation instructions.
Yeah, that's how I got
Okay.
it also.
And then it gives a list of all weeks.
Perfect. Got it saved.
Okay. So do we have any other questions that we need to talk about, or do we kind of have our assignments now?
I think I'm good from there.
Okay, me too.
Me too.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
And I'll
awesome.
post this document, aren't we, for our question example?
I found I found the like outline that we used for our last project because it was week 5. If
Yeah.
I'll just paste that. Do this.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. I was wondering where that was.
So yeah, if we all just want to do that sounds good to me.
Okay. All right, that works for me.
All right, awesome.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And
Text,
later on tonight, I'll get all this stuff posted up.
Awesome. I'll text Brett and Matt and let them know. Just confirm that they're going to do their parts. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next week.